beautiful.
4 flex pays on both.
Oh my
How great is that?
That is awesome. That is so great.
I'm so excited about that necklace.
Yeah, that is so, it really is.
In my cart.
I love that. It's so beautiful on you, Miss Lindy. That's another good one to bring on your little trip.
Well, believe me,
Yeah.
this I will wear to death.
Yeah.
Well, to alive.
Yes. That's right. That's
Honestly, it's just this.
Yeah, it really is. It's so
classic. It always reminds me. I can remember. Oh my goodness! I was a little girl, and my mother, every time she went to somewhere special, right, it was always a black velvet choker.
Really?
And every picture, and I can still remember, you know, back in the 70s, it would always be the long gowns, or not gowns, but, you know, long dresses.
Yes.
And she'd have just a sleek little black velvet around her neck.
And they're nothing prettier, right?
Yeah.
There's something that's so feminine about that black velvet around your neck. Yep, it's so, isn't that something?
But it didn't have anything bejeweled like this.
Look at
this. Just, anyway, so that's coming up. I just, I'm so excited about that piece.
Yeah.
And speaking of so excited, how about not just the most amazing enchanting pin?
Yeah.
How about the matching gorgeous drop feather earrings to go along with it? You're getting both. Right?
Yes.
At $119.95 brand new today.
That is so awesome. Look at the shape of this. Beautiful. It really is just, it looks like something that you would find in an enchanted forest, isn't it? You know, it almost has that, what is the word that I'm looking, not a thistle, a fiddle something they're called. But it really looks very, very, very magical to me. But what the trick is here is you're getting the earring as well in your box. Right. So what a great gift set if you are thinking about gifting a piece of Heidi Daus. Look at how
clever these are.
Oh, I love these.
But they look like feathers, and yet you have to see them in this profile shot. They're like a hoop, like a curly Q.
Yeah, they're really like you know a fern before it absolutely stretches out. It's right before it just stretches out. It really is. It's fern-like in its shape. And then of course so is the pin. The pin is so beautiful. So what a lovely set. Girls, if you're thinking for a gift for, you know, a gal, you really just have to understand, are her ears pierced or clipped? Because I believe we have both. And then you present this, and it really is just a very special, elegant, wonderful thing. You don't have to understand if it's going to fit her, you know. No worries there. No worries. So So if you're wearing like a scarf or you know, like a tie, like silk thing around your neck, you can put that up and down like a tie pin. Yes. You know, it would be so beautiful. You can wear this asymmetrically. You can put this in your hair. How beautiful that would be.
On a hat. On a little fedora.
Oh, I would love that.
On a handbag.
Yes.
You know, a basic little black satin evening bag, and you want to switch it up a little.
Oh, how cool.
Talk about these stones. These stones,
aren't they?
They're color changing too, aren't they?
They are. They are. Now, can you get in as close, you know, or I can hold this, or if you would, whatever is good.
See
because
change.
You can look at these. There you go. Yeah. Now, these are navy blue Swarovski crystals. These Swarovski Montana blue sapphire baguettes in a 4x2 size. But then up here you have this beautiful they're like a sapphire AB along with that beautiful emerald green. So there's again that blue that is present everywhere in fashion, jewelry, you name it, and housewares. We're seeing so much. Blue is the new black. That is for sure. And
that navy that you captured too. That, you know, that deep, rich.
And it's so rich. And you can wear this any which way. You know, you can wear that perpendicular. You can wear it sideways. You can wear it angled. Every which way. Of course, in your hair, so beautiful, like a fabulous antique pin.
Can you imagine in like a wedding boutique or in a shop how expensive something like that would be as a hair accessory?
Crazy.
Right?
Nuts. Oh, nuts.
I mean, just that. Not the gorgeous matching earrings by any stretch. I mean, that pin alone is 3.5 inches in length. So it is a pin and earrings, hoop earrings, that are over an inch. They're 1 1/8 of